So hi guys and welcome back to another episode of making Kush Maini a Formula 1 champion, and obviously everything is fixed now and we are after the summer break. We are going to be going in Monza, and the good news is everything is fixed. And if you haven't watched the last video, go and check it out because we had a really big upgrade come in for the Spa GP. But again, for us, I think the game has coded in such a way that we were DNF'd out of the race just as we were starting our last lap in Spa. Obviously, it was so hurtful to see how we were leading the race and we had a good amount of a gap and everything was perfect, but we DNF'd out of the race. But let's see guys, now we have 692 resource points, so we are going to use that on a tire wear upgrade for us because that's what we have the worst right now. So we have already bought it, now we do not have any points here. And look at that, it was again our turbocharger that went off and failed, and I think we might have to take an engine penalty for this. So let's see, Lando Norris leads the championship. He is leading by quite a margin there, 43 points, and Oscar Piastri into P3. We are with Pierre Gasly in P11 with 40 points, and we are only on 4 points. So Alpine has 44 points in P6 without anywhere to go up or down. Obviously this points tally would
come through without any issue.
Well,
be on the car,
not tell you everything because we had such a crazy race. Well, so many crazy races in which we have where we were P3, P4 and we were DNF'd out of the race. So guys, let's just go into the qualifying.
They call it the Temple of Speed and the pilgrims have come to worship. It's all about the speed today. Qualifying awaits us. Welcome to Monza for the Italian Grand Prix.
So into Q1 guys, starting our first lap, 90% ERS with us. So let's start our lap into Q1. Obviously a drag race to the turn 1, a long straight in Monza and into turn 1, taking it easy, not going, and we have gone too much on the curb, and that's going to ruin the first lap here for us. So rounding out Parabolica here, and we are just on the line. I think we might have went a little bit off, but I don't think we went fully off. So first lap here and we go P7 just in front of Bottas and Tsunoda. So I decided let's do another lap on the same tires. I think we have enough grip on the soft tires to do another run and get a good lap in. So starting our second lap with 60% battery guys this time, and I think we will still be able to get some good time out of this lap. So turn 1 here doing properly this time, and we have already gained 4 tenths and we are going to keep on gaining on the whole straight here. 5 tenths, 5.5 tenths gain here, and we are getting a little bit of a slipstream from the Mercedes in front, so that's a good news. So going through the Scarish again, we are just behind Alonso and taking it not so perfect, but it was enough to do it, and we are just behind Alonso taking every part of slipstream we can, and I think that has gained us enough time, 9 and almost a second gain. And rounding up Parabolica, we have gone wide this time, and because of that we have lost time and we are keep on losing time till the end of the lap here, and we still go P6. We have gone P6 and Max Verstappen into P1 and our teammate is last. Well, I don't think Monza is that bad because guys, I think we have the third best engine, and that's why guys I just skipped past it, did not do another lap, and we were into P7, so that's a good news. But I think, and Pierre Gasly is out guys, but he shouldn't be though because we have the third best engine on the grid now, which does not make sense because of, I mean it makes sense because we upgraded it, but it does not make sense that Pierre Gasly is out of Q1. He must have some kind of mechanical fault that came in, and that's why he wasn't able to do a second run. So First lap into Q2 here. Parabolica done, and let's see what we get. 6%, 4% using every part of battery, and we go to the line and we are P1 with a 129. We are P1 right now. Let's go back and let's see. Almost 2 tons faster. So guys, it makes sense because I have I'm not on 0 front 0 wings because it's really difficult to do that for the whole race, so that's why I have a little bit of a extra downforce which helps us. And Lewis Hamilton kicks out by, I think, Sergio Perez, who is in P10 in Q3. So we are now fighting for pole. Obviously it will be really big for us if we get pole. So on a used set of tires, doing our first lap into Q3, and we are P9, 6 tenths behind Sergio Perez, who is in P6. So let's go on a new set of tires. Let's see the time. Our 23 is what we are trying to get. It will be a little difficult to do, but I think we can get it. So 24 seconds remaining, guys. We are starting our final lap into Q3 here. DRS open, and we are gaining time on the whole straight, and it's because obviously, guys, we have a new set of tires this time into turn 1. Taking it easy, a little bit less on the curve, kissing that second exit curve there, and we have already gained 5 tenths, and first sector almost done, and the qualifying is complete. We are right now P10, but it will get better. So taking it beautifully, obviously, and we have a purple first sector. So turn 4, taking the curve and going too much on the sausage curve, which still gains us time enough to get a good lap here. And let's move on. We are right now 1.2 seconds and into Lesmo 2. Perfectly done. Obviously you could have taken a little bit more, but I was just trying not to go wide and get the lap undone. And we are right now 1.6 seconds in front, and a second purple sector. Can this be a lap on pole and not getting the best exit out of a Scary? But still we are 1.7 seconds. Well, we have 1.7 seconds, but we are losing time, guys. Look at that. 1.6, 1.5 now. And into Parabolica, not able to take the exit properly here. And that's why, guys, we are again losing time. But ERS open. There will be no DRS. Race to the line. And we go where we will be end up. And we go P3. We are still P3. Still an amazing lap, guys. Still a good lap here, obviously. In a car which is, well, I think 5th best, but the grid is so close that you can, the grid is so close, you do not have any chance of getting any kind of leeway here. And I think it was a good lap, not an amazing lap, but it was good enough to get us P3. Max Verstappen on pole, Charles Leclerc P2, Oscar Piastri P10, not really good, but guys, let's just go into the race.
We're back in Italy once again for another round of the Formula One World Championship. And what a great race is in store for us today, here at the oldest circuit on the calendar, which hosted its first race all the way back in 1922. We're 12 miles northeast of Milan for today's Grand Prix at a Monza circuit where we can expect top speeds of around 215 miles per hour. 11 corners on this 3.6 mile track, with 7 of those coming in the form of chicanes. And with a good slipstream and DRS open, there should be plenty of opportunity for some passing here today. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Maini, Russell, Magnussen, Sargent, Perez, Fernando Alonso, Oscar Piastri, Hamilton, Joe, Ricciardo, Stroll, Albon, Hülkenberg, Bottas, Sainz, Tsunoda, Norris, and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. And alongside me today is a man who needs no introduction, but I'll try anyway. It's Ant Davidson. Now, I'll be generous here. It's not that long ago that you were racing and entertaining us on a Sunday. But in the years since, the sport has changed quite a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really has, Crofty. You know, the cars have got bigger, they're heavier, but critically there's more downforce to play with as well now. There was about 4 tons of downforce on the car at 300 kilometres an hour when I drove. You're now looking more towards 5 tons of downforce. So there's a big difference in performance. But because of that, the car being heavier and bigger, you've got to drive in a smoother way. You've got to look after it a bit more. You've got to nurse it through the slow speed corners more. They were much more nimble, agile machines when I drove in Formula 1 compared to now.
Right, this is a high-speed circuit and therefore we need low downforce, which of course means that DRS is not going to be quite as powerful. But hopefully we're going to be so quick we're not even going to notice.
Yeah, that's what we are hoping for. But guys, Pierre Gasly and Lando Norris have a penalty. Obviously, that's why he must have not done a good lap to get into Q2, because he knew that he will be at the back of the grid. So 0.3 guys, let's just go into the race with 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we are a go for the Monza GP. Max Verstappen starts P1, Charles Leclerc P2. We get an alright start of the race here. Alonso has already overtaken Sargent. Piastri into P8. Perez has trying to overtake, and we try to go side by side with Max Verstappen, and Max Verstappen getting a better exit. We did not, and Russell and Magnussen fighting. Charles Leclerc has dropped from P5. Well, from P2 to P5, and Magnussen and Russell going side by side for the whole corner, whole straight here, and into turn 4. We are still, taking our time, and Magnussen is into P3. Obviously, guys, in our My Driver career mode, we were here in Haas. We were in the place of Magnussen, but that's a good news right now, because Magnussen will hold these guys up and we can stay in front. Max Verstappen into P1. Look at that, guys. He has already broken DRS. Obviously, it was because I made a little bit of a mistake, but still, to able to get 1.5 seconds out already in the half lap. And look at that, guys. Charles Leclerc tried to overtake George Russell, but George Russell decided that he are going to attack Magnussen, and he overtakes Magnussen without any problem. But Magnussen will get DRS on the next straight, so we don't know. Obviously, Haas has the, second or fourth, I think, best engine on the grid, so they are looking good. So, and obviously the other Haas of Hülkenberg is in P14, which is a little low. And look at that, guys, at the end, because of Russell and Magnussen overtaking in the Scotty chicane, we were able to get a good time out of there, and we are out of DRS into turn 1 for lap 2, and Magnussen has overtaken George Russell already. So I mean, that's what I'm saying, guys. Anything can happen. And lap 3 here, Magnussen has lost DRS, was 1.4 seconds behind us, and Charles Leclerc will get DRS on this lap, and he is a little too close and makes Magnussen goes defensive, and Charles Leclerc overtakes Magnussen there, and he is now into P3, and if he can maintain this position, he will try to overtake us. And on lap 5, guys, Charles Leclerc has already caught up to us. And obviously, guys, these soft tires, we have only one upgrade on our tire wear. Because of that, I have to save these tires a lot rather than able to outright push on the car, and that's why, guys, look at that, that's a mistake, and again a mistake. And it's because, guys, look at that, 0.1 second, and Charles Leclerc with the help of DRS overtakes us, and we are on none DRS because I was trying to get the objective done and overtake Charles Leclerc after the objective is done. But look at that, we have to use battery, guys, because Charles Leclerc is gaining, he almost went out and was able to break DRS. That's why I did not want to take any chance. So through Parabolica at the end of lap 5, look at that, with none DRS, Charles Leclerc is able to get such a speed, and we are obviously trying to get that objective done as fast as we can without any problem. And with the help of DRS, the DRS has saved us a lot, and because of that, we are now able to stay with Charles Leclerc. And on lap 7, Alonso and Russell are still fighting, and because of that we have able to make a gap of 3.6 seconds to them. And Magnussen has dropped to P8, Charles Leclerc is P2, and Alonso and Russell are fighting, still going side by side, and Alonso has finally overtaken George Russell, but I think they are still in the DRS and they will keep on fighting. That's a good news for us, because look at that, lap 8 again Alonso fights because Russell gets DRS and he overtakes Alonso, but Alonso again is not letting this one go. He tried to make a little bit of a move, but George Russell covered it off beautifully and he is now into P4, Perez into P6, Magnussen from P3 have dropped to P8, and Bottas and Sargent are fighting, but Hamilton is not looking good. He is in P11. That's, I think, not a really good performance considering George Russell is in P4. And guys, this is because obviously the grid is so close. It takes a little bit of a mistake on the lap that you are, well, kicked out of the team, kicked out of the points or not. That's how much close this field is right now. So DRS open for Alonso here. He will get DRS on George Russell. George Russell goes defensive, almost made 3 wide, but Perez has overtaken Alonso and he has also overtaken George Russell. That's the Red Bull speed coming in for us, and we are here at the end of lap 8. Obviously our objective was done, and look at that. On lap 8 we are already starting to lose DRS to Charles Leclerc, and it's because guys the tires are more or less done. Obviously I was trying to save the tires as much as I can, but obviously it's really difficult to save these tires when you are trying to fight with a car which is still faster than you, because they, well, Ferrari, Max Verstappen's Red Bull and obviously Mercedes, they can go on a, well, they can essentially go on 0-0 wing and they will be fine, but Alpine isn't really that good. And look at that again, through Parabolica we got a little bit of a slide, and finally on lap 10 Charles Leclerc has broken DRS to us. But the good news is, because Perez and Russell are still keep on fighting with the help of DRS, they are not catching up to us. And look at that, again Alonso has overtaken George Russell, and finally at the end of lap 12, and here after this I decided that, look at that, Perez is catching up to us, and I decided there is no point waiting now because he has broken DRS and he is catching up really fast. So at the end of lap 12 I decided we are going into the pits. The tires, well, I should have pit 2 laps earlier, or at least a lap earlier, but I guess I did not want to waste those hard tires because I want the grip at the end, because I know 100% that I will have to. And we have a problem, 4.2 second pit stop. That's not gonna help us, but I don't know. Yeah, it's not gonna help us because guys, Sergio Perez has broken DRS, he might even break, well, he might overcut us because of this mistake, because he was 3 seconds behind us and we have lost 2 seconds in the pit stop, and we come out behind our teammate who is in P16. And guys, it's because he has not pit, and also he is slow this race. I don't know why, but look at that, Gasly at the lap 18 here, he decides he wants to pit, and we get a purple third sector. And obviously it's because I got the beautiful slipstream from our teammate, and we are now trying to chase after Charles Leclerc, which obviously I am not, guys. He is 3.6 seconds in front and I am in a slow car, but still guys, we do the fastest lap of 123.2, and we are now P3, 3.2 seconds behind Charles Leclerc. But obviously guys, the 1 lap pace I can bring out, but to keep this pace for the whole race is really difficult. And lap 22 here, Max Verstappen is leading by 8 seconds. He is dominating this race. And here into turn 4 and spin, Max Verstappen has just spun on turn 4. A mistake that you do not see from Max Verstappen ever. And look at that guys, I almost got scared because of that and went off with Max Verstappen there too, but we have at least maintained our position. And look at that, P12 now, Albon has overtaken Sainz, Zhou, everyone else has overtaken him. I don't know what is happening to him. That's not good. And I think we have a, yep, look at that. We had a weird objective there, but we are now into safety car. So 5 laps remaining, and Albon is also retiring. Look at that, he is slow, he is not looking good, and I think, yep, he is retiring out of the race. But the good news for him is that the safety car is already deployed, so he does not slow down anybody. So that's good news for him. And guys, 5 laps to go. I decided if I have any chance to overtake Charles Leclerc, will be on a new set of soft tires. But obviously the soft tires go off very quickly, so I decided, since I have a new medium, let's go on that. And obviously it will be a really strategy confusing, and we will lose some position, but I think medium tires, if I push on these tires enough, I think I will be able to overtake these guys without any problem. But again,
Up to speed now.
3.3 pit stop, and because of that we have lost to P7 now, and we will have to overtake 6 cars to win this race. So, and here at the end of lap 24, 3 lap sprint to the end with a new tires for us, and Russell and Magnus and everyone else in front will have a much worse tire. And look at that, Russell gets a better exit. We are too close to Russell, obviously using every part of ERS, TRS, everything we can, and Charles Leclerc into P1. And look at that, I make a dive bomb there, and we are trying to overtake everyone there, but obviously Piastri and Magnussen going side by side. There was no way I could have gone anywhere, but we are still going 3 wide with these guys, and obviously these guys are on hard tires and I am on a new set of soft tires, and I think we can make this work. And into turn 4, before even turn 4, we have overtaken Magnussen and Piastri, but we are now a second behind Alonso, Perez and Charles Leclerc, so I have to catch up to these guys, otherwise we will lose too much time here. And again, we are using our battery, which I do not have much left because I used all of it to overtake Magnussen and Piastri. And the good news is Magnussen in front of Piastri means we have some time to worry about this. And lap 27 here, I have again done a fastest lap, and this time I am close to these guys, so I have to overtake at least one car. And into turn 1, trying to go side by side with Alonso, touching with Charles Leclerc too. They are still going side by side, 2 by 2 for both of our cars. And we have overtaken Alonso, and we are now on the back of Perez. We have to overtake him, otherwise overtaking 2 cars on the second DRS straight is not possible. And we have to overtake these guys as fast as we can. And into turn 4, making a big dive bomb, superior grip on these tires, and we have overtaken Charles Leclerc. And we are still in the DRS of Charles Leclerc with 16% ERS for us. We have to overtake, and look at that, guys. It's because our tires are amazing. We have now caught up 4 stints without even battery, anything, and we have now DRS. And we have DRS. Charles Leclerc, we are closing and into the Scarish again, and we have made a dive bomb. We have made a dive bomb, and we have secured P1 here. Are we going to win this race? We are just 1 straight away from winning this race. Charles Leclerc into P2, 3 turns behind us, and into Parabolica. Charles Leclerc is behind us and going through the line. We win the Monza GP. Charles Leclerc into P2, and finally, guys.
Amazing, you deserved that race win.
And finally, after so many attempts, we have done it, guys. Driver of the day goes to us too. And this was amazing.
Race victory.
It was amazing, guys. We have won it.
See how much, by the way, that fast.
And let's see this
today. It's a bit like
fully, first of all.
They're looking for absolute dominance, and this seems to be their mission this year.
Once again, it's podium time, and once again, it's a clear win for Alpine. The team have seen their fair share of success in Formula One, and today is proof that they've still got what it takes to thrill us all. Congratulations to everyone at Alpine.
So winning at the home of Ferrari,
That was certainly an
snatching the
exciting
lead
weekend
from
of
Charles
Formula
Leclerc.
One. Be sure to join us
And
for
we
more
have done it
exciting
with the
Formula One
fastest
action
lap too. So
very
guys, we
soon.
gained 26 points on our teammate Pierre Gasly, who goes from P20 to P14. So I think we have done good. Alexander Albon DNF'd, and Max Verstappen, obviously after that horrific mistake by him, he ends up into P19, not even gaining one position. And I'm happy, guys. It was amazing. We have done it. Finally, obviously, we had so many times we had a chance to win the race. It was more or less blocked by the DNF we got, and finally, the turbocharger didn't give in, the gearbox didn't give in, everything on the car looked okay, and because of that, we have finally won the first race with Kush Maini. 78 rated we have gone. We might also get 79 rated really fast. So guys, if you're enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one.